Jared Carnes reporting from Studio COOL. Today we will be talking with our correspondent Rachel Yancey in Beijing and our expert Anna Horde as we address the question of whether or not China will become the next superpower. To introduce our topic, here we are going to speak with our expert Anna Horde. So Anna, what exactly is a superpower?
Well, Jared, the term superpower refers to a country that has the capacity to influence world events in their favor. China now has over 1.3 billion people and has the potential to become an economic superpower with the ability to influence other countries through trade.
Thank you, Anna. Now let's go to Rachel, who is stationed in Beijing for a closer look at what is happening in China. So Rachel, what can you tell us about what is going on in China?
Well, Jared, I am staying here in Beijing, a thriving and vibrant economic powerhouse. Here I am standing in front of what appears to be an Apple store. Taking a closer look, though, you can see here the word store is misspelled. This is just one of several other counterfeit stores here in China. Recently, these have been getting a lot of press, and so China has been taking measures to close them down. This, however, is not the only example of violation of international IP laws here in China. Looking just here on the other side of the street, you can buy reproduction eyewear, handbags, and watches all sporting brand name markings. In addition, items such as eggs, medicine, brake pads, and any number of other items are also counterfeited, often causing harm to those who purchase them. This demonstrates China's struggle to consistently enforce its intellectual property laws. This is Rachel Yancey, stationed at Beijing, signing off.
Thank you, Rachel. Now, Anna, these issues may seem very surprising to Americans. What more can you tell us?
Well, Jared, this issue is actually causing a lot of trouble for China. As Rachel said, the fake goods can be harmful, and when these goods are exported to other countries, it hurts China's reputation. It also hurts other countries. My friend Emma Woolacott informed me that the U.S. has lost $300 billion per year to purchase of fake goods.
Thank you, Anna. Let me see if I got this right. China shows incredible potential and intelligence. However, the lack of innovation could very well keep them from becoming a superpower. Is this the only thing keeping China back?
Not at all. There are many potential issues. How China faces these issues could determine whether or not it becomes a superpower.
What other issues specifically?
Well, it could be anything from land grabs to the people's representation in the government, or lack thereof. The rising middle class could cause problems, just as the lower class or peasant class could.
Let's focus on land grabs for the next segment. What can you tell us about that?
Well, back during the reign of Mao Zedong, a focus was put on unifying the communities. Land was no longer owned by an individual, rather, it belonged to everyone, aka to the government. Because the land still legally belongs to the government, even after the communes have been disbanded, the local governments have been known to seize land for the development of the area, then sell it to make a profit.
Thank you. Let's go back to Rachel to see what she has to say on the issue. Rachel.
Welcome back, Jared. Here in China, there are many examples of land being grabbed by government officials, both local and central. There is very little that the people can do to stop them, besides barricading themselves in their homes and refusing to leave. Even that would take a lot of luck and quite a bit of publicity to work. When the peasants are forced off their land, they often go to or are sent to urban areas where they are not well equipped to compete with the more educated city dwellers. This and other issues have been rising tensions throughout China, tensions that have erupted more and more into riots and protests. In this past year alone, there have been more than 100,000 protests, but though the number is impressive, the likelihood of any of them leading to reform is small. This because of firewall that the government has over most forms of media, which helps in the efforts of keeping the discontent of the people unorganized.
Thank you, Rachel. So it seems to me that the Chinese government is facing a lot of huge issues here. There are difficulties with enforcing IP laws within its own country, which is having many adverse effects both within and without. We also see how corruption and tough action is causing discontent among the people. This has all led the government to make a very calculated attempt to keep things under control. But it seems to me that China is in a constant state of catching up with the issues. But what will happen if they finally slip up? I think that China has a lot of potential to become great, not just because of its population, but also for the potential they have for innovation, as evident with the inventiveness and cleverness of doing such things as making fake Apple products and fake eggs. From my point of view, it seems that if China's government is going to maintain the delicate balance it has when it first it will first need to stop pretending to be the perfect government, admit that it has flaws, and then rectify itself. As China becomes a bigger player in the world economy, our future is becoming intertwined with theirs. This is why this topic is so important for us to consider, as China is becoming a world superpower. This has been a report from CWOL Radio.